G'day, friends. It's 10 Minute Tuesday time again. Today, talking about the importance of having a personal development plan for your life. So, I think it gets left out of the planning a lot of the time. I think success. People imagine they need a business plan, they need a marketing plan, they need a leadership plan, they need a team plan, a strategic plan. The personal development plan just seems like the one you can afford to miss out on. I'm not sure that's true. I think sooner or later that will be the limiting factor because the thing that will really come into question is not the quality of those other plans. It's, are you the person capable of executing those plans? It will always come back to you, your capacity as a human being to do the things that you said you were going to do and to be the person you want to be. So therefore, I think developing yourself makes a lot of sense and is a really important thing for success across the board. So to set up a great personal development plan, I use the six general question words: what, when, where, why, how, who. And I group two of them together. So it kind of comes into five areas that I'm focusing on to develop a great personal development plan. So the first is what and when. So I think thinking about where you want to be, like the end game, starting with the end in mind, turning hopes and dreams into well-formed outcomes. So creating some real structure around the intention you're setting for your life, what you'd like to have happen. So being as specific as you can and creating some time frames around those things. I think it starts the process. It creates this energy. Without a clear picture of what you want, there's no real need to do anything different. So I love starting there. What do you want? To me is coaching 101. It's personal development 101. But really sitting with it until you create some specifics around it. So that's where I start. That's my encouragement to you. Grab a pen and paper, start getting really clear about what it is that you want and when you'd like to see that happen in your life. Second thing is to go where, and specifically, where am I limited then? So where am I stuck? So that's what I want. Where are all the things that are in the way of that? Where specifically are those things? So you're looking at dysfunctions, you're looking at weaknesses, you're looking at bad habits, you're looking at your track record of what's stopped this happening in the past, what's got in the way. And so that's a difficult thing, but it invites some good questioning and some self-awareness, some vulnerability, some willingness to be honest with yourself, to come out of hiding. And it is an essential part of a personal development plan. If you're not aware of the things you're working to fix, you probably overestimate your readiness and your ability to get those goals, and then you'll get frustrated that you're not achieving them. But if you can clearly see the things that you're working on, and you can pinpoint exactly where those things are holding you back, you can go, yep, this is the thing. It's my tendency toward negativity. It's my reluctance to back myself. It's my, it's my proclivity toward, that's an interesting word, proclivity towards imagining people don't like me or don't have my best interests at heart. So it's my storytelling ability that I choose negative meanings on things, or it's my insecurity, or it's my fear, or it's my dependence on other people. What is the thing I'm trying to fix? So question 1 and 2 is starting with what it is that you want, when you want it to be achieved, and where are the limiting factors in your life showing up most. The next question is who. So who are the people who are going to help you fix this? And that can be books, it can be authors, they're going to be helping you. It can be teachers, people running courses. It can be coaches, it can be mentors. It can be even people that you're modeling. One of the great ways of accelerating personal development is going and working out the people who've already solved those results, that solved those problems and got those results that you want, and modeling them in your life. But this question of who is a really, really cool question. And to me, it speeds up the process because it stops you spending a long time recreating the wheel, imagining this problem's unique or there's no one else who knows what you're going through. Because clearly someone else has solved this problem. People have probably spent a lot of time and energy and money fixing this already, so you can benefit from that. So who are you going to enlist into your world? Who's the person for you? We need help. We get stuck in our own story. We need people who are outside of our space to help us get out of story and into process so that we can gain more awareness and more choice and move forward. But you've got to find the right person. You've got to find people that flow, that fit, that make sense to you, that you like. So that's a really important part. But a really important question to solve: who? And uh, why being the next logical question. Why am I even doing this in the first place? So having a rationale for personal development is really important, especially when things get hard, because without that, it'll be easy to think the time, money, and effort you're spending on it is unnecessary just because not many people are doing it. There are not many people who make this a priority. So if you don't have a strong rationale that says, no, this is priority number one, well, you'll run out of steam pretty quickly. The moment things get hard or you get distracted or some other stuff jumps up the priority list, this will fade into the background. So, a rationale that says to die with the music inside you would be just a disaster. I've got a client I'm working with who encounters a lot of people at end of life experiencing existential crises of a life that they have not lived. They said they're in a lot of pain all the time, and it's not the physical pain that they're suffering with most, it's the emotional existential pain of regrets, disappointments for not doing the thing they wanted to do, to never pursuing that career or having a go or taking that risk. So having a clear rationale to say, I don't want to be one of those people. And if I don't develop myself now, well, that's where I'm going to end up. Having a rationale that says I am my own best resource. So if I don't develop my own capacity, how can I ever achieve success? So what and when, remember, that's where we're starting. Where am I limited? That's where we're going to next. Who's going to help me solve this problem? Who are the resourceful people in my world that are going to give me frameworks, tools, support, coaching, mentoring, that are going to get me there? And how am I going to get it done? So pulling all that together, obviously there's got to be a how. I think people rush to the how first. To me, how is the last question you're going to need to ask. And if you ask all those other questions prior to that, how pretty much takes care of itself. But there will be a plan. There will be a roadmap. There needs to be some strategic intent around this. There needs to be an order of operations. There needs to be a believable plan around this. Without that, it remains pretty abstract and hard to measure. So I think the how makes sure it hits the ground and you can see this plan in front of your eyes. It enables you to invest in it. It enables you to envisage it. It enables you to know what steps are coming after the ones you're currently taking, so you can kind of frame your expectations around where you're heading and where you are now on that journey. So a useful way for you to think about developing your own personal development plan. I'd love to see some examples of that. If you want to send them in, feel free to email me, reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook as well. Be fascinated by whether you've found that helpful, using those general question words to frame your own personal development plan. I'll talk to you again next Tuesday. Bye for now.